This is former TNA World Champion Raven, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And don't cross the line. Or do cross the line. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to, you're not supposed to. I don't know. Whatever. You get it.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 93 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Colling Jr. And with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. And Dallas, last week, Chris Harris proved that he is more than just a tag team wrestler. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Harris is our new NWA World Champion. But he's not.
Ooh.
That's right, folks. Because shortly before Chris Harris was supposed to get his title match against Jeff Jarrett inside of the steel cage, which we've been on the road for several weeks at this point. He was brutally attacked by Raven because Chris Harris couldn't hear him knocking that night. But boy, was Raven there, and he came in.
And he was coming in. That's right.
And he was going to wreck Chris Harris's left shoulder, prompting a so-long storyline where we didn't know who would be challenging Jeff Jarrett. And by the end of the night, it wasn't Chris Harris. It wasn't Ron Killings. And it wasn't James Storm. And unfortunately, it was not Raven. Instead, it was our favorite landscaper, AJ Styles. Got the shot inside the steel cage, and he was able to successfully defeat Jeff Jarrett to become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion for, I believe, the second time.
Yep. I was gonna make a joke and like sing his theme song, but I just stopped myself and didn't do that.
Yeah.
He second time, which only Jarrett has done that so far in TNA besides Styles, I believe, right?
In terms of being a multiple-time champion or world champion,
Specifically world champion, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If we're talking any, there's a couple more, but
yeah, well, because I mean, Jarrett has gone long stretches as the champion, and I believe both times now, AJ Styles has been the man to end the reign.
That's actually pretty huge if you think about it.
Yeah, but I think it would have meant something more if, like I said last week, that if AJ wasn't being kind of booked and promoted as a jabroni.
Well, Bob, we can't all have what we want.
I guess you're right. But all right, but we have a new NWA World Champion, AJ Styles. It's another phenomenal reign, hopefully.
That's right.
AJ. Well, there's a lot of other things going on here. We have new NWA World Tag Team Champions because guess what? D'Lo Brown and Apolo, and more specifically, I guess Apolo, he didn't know the rules either. Even though the previous week from last week, the rule was in favor of them because they lost the belts by disqualification. And now Dallas, or the big man, and Kid Kash, Big D, and Kid Kash are now the tag team champions as well.
Again,
there's a lot of change going on here. Desire's back.
Also, last week, Christopher Daniels defeated Michael Shane, and now he's on the Team NWA X Cup team. That's pretty big. I believe I have a little bit of news about why Sanjay is not. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. And I guess since we're talking about the rest, we can kind of talk about what else happened last week because David Young's losing streak continued when he lost to Shark Boy. Also, Glenn Gilberty and Johnny Swinger defeated Simon Diamond and Siaki. And that's leading to a match that we know of tonight, which is a mixed tag team, 6-person mixed tag team match where Desire is going to be joining Diamond and Sonny Siaki to take on Swinger, Gilberty, and Trinity on today's show.
Right.
And then also Abyss and Monty Brown defeated Sabu in a handicap match because Raven was supposed to be his partner, and then he didn't come out. And then after the match, he kind of just ignored Sabu laying there on the ground.
He literally walked over him.
Yeah. And, ignored him.
Yeah. He, tripped over him, and then he just, looked down and be like, what the hell's your problem? And he left.
We also know that Team AAA will be in the building in Team NWA. I believe that they're facing off against each other. So a little, remember that first America's X Cup final match? Well, you're kind of getting the same match tonight with a couple different people in it. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and it will not feature Juventud Guerrera.
No, it'll be Heavy Metal in place of Hoovy and, of course, Christopher Daniels in the place of Sanjay Dutt. I don't know if we know anything else besides those, Bob. But yeah, it was an okay show last week. I believe we both said it was a thumbs up show, though.
I believe I was saying it was a thumbs up if you put a gun to my head.
Yes, but on our report that means a thumbs up because you changed your mind. At first you're in the middle. You're like, listen.
Yeah, because I'm gonna give a more moving. If I've ever done an average in the middle, I'm doing away with that philosophy. It's either a yes or a no. Even if it's a very mild yes or a very mild no, whatever, it's got to be something.
Out of
the people deserve an answer. They don't like to have an inconclusive response. They need to know, hey man, should I watch this?
You're not wrong about that. The only thumbs down shows, Bob, that we've been giving in the past long time are the X Cup shows. Because before that, before the America's X Cup, the last time that we gave a thumbs down to a show, both of us or either one of us was pay-per-view number 70. And we are about to do 92 today.
Holy shit. Wait, that's the last time we gave a thumbs down?
Yeah, in 2003. We've been had a lot of in the middles, but that's generally a more positive look. But neither one of us have been definitively a thumbs down since pay-per-view 70. Except the America's X Cups.
Right, aside for the X Cups. Okay, that's okay. Wow.
I mean, that's pretty good if you're thinking about just the straight up shows. I know.
My gimmick. Fuck.
Yeah, we had a bunch in the middle though. Actually, a majority since then were in the middle, but that's actually not really necessarily. That's not true. A lot were up too. But regardless, it doesn't matter what happened in the past because we, like Bob said, are off that road to the steel cage. And now we are on the road of something else, and I guarantee you, Bob, I will bet you anything that we'll be starting off tonight's show with a Jeff Jarrett promo in the ring.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
There's no way we don't. There's no way. But we'll find that out soon. First, we got.
I could see it being Vince and AJ, and then Jarrett comes out.
I was going to say, Jarrett's still going to come out then.
Yeah, Jarrett in some form will be coming out.
He's going to yell at Mike Tenay. He's going to yell at Vince Russo. I was cheated. I wasn't prepared.
Damn it, Mike Tenay. This is your fault.
Damn you, Jackie Fargo. Throwback.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Right. Now, before we get to that, though, we do have some notes to cover, including a little bit more about that TV deal. I think we should just discuss that before the show because it's pretty important stuff going on, as well as just some notes about last week's show, like we always do. And then we'll have plenty to talk about during the show. So don't worry. It's okay. So, Bob, we gave it a thumbs up. What do you think that the readers of The Observer thought about that?
I'm going to say they went with a thumbs up as well.
They did. 54.8% were thumbs up. Only 19.4 were thumbs down, and 25.8% were in the middle. But Dave does say, after all the hype, the feedback had to be disappointing because they only had 31 responses, which is well below the average.
So that is, that's basing it really off people knowing that it was going to be AJ. They were probably still thinking Chris Harris was coming.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
That might be an indicator of where Chris Harris's believability as a main event wrestler was coming in.
Right,
So
and
that's kind of interesting.
And he kind of writes that here. He said they probably outswerved themselves because if they had just had Styles win the series of matches instead of Harris, because Styles has had more of a singles push, his match with Jarrett would probably have done better. The story played out well on TV, and bookers outsmarting themselves is common these days.
Sure.
That's what, so what do you think was voted on as the best match of last week's show?
I will say Michael Shane against Christopher Daniels.
Bob, are you reading my notes?
Nope.
Well,
I'm just
you got
that
right.
smart.
And what about the worst match?
The tag title match, Brown and Apollo against Dallas and Kash.
No, but actually that match was not very great.
Is it the Diamond Siaki Gilberty Swinger match?
Nope.
Fucking Shark Boy and David Young.
Shark Boy and David Young.
Yeah, I didn't want to give Shark Boy that kind of distinction, but
right. And actually, I might have been mistaken.
You never bet against David Young.
The tag title match wasn't bad last week; it was the week before, right?
The week before was pretty
okay.
bad.
Yeah, so I take that back. I don't think it was as bad last week.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But as we know, in the tag title change, Kash brought in a pipe, but Apollo got it from him and used it, and the ref turned around and saw Apollo with it and DQ'd him. Now, Dave notes that last week when they did the DQ finish, it was pretty cool because it hasn't been done before, which me and Bob actually figured out is not the case. They actually did do it. When Daniels and Skipper won the tag titles, or they lost them? I can't remember. You looked it up last week.
It was a 3-on-2 handicap.
3-on-2.
Daniels and Skipper, and I guess technically Loki, but I think it was Daniels and Skipper defeated Red and Lynn. Right. Or it was Daniels and Skipper defeating Red because like Lynn or something. Yeah, it was a.
I remember that
with Daniels and Skipper winning the match.
Right. Now, Dave mentions, though, that doing the comeback with the DQ was totally lame. So they did it cool last week, he thinks. And then this week it was lame because they did, the same thing again to switch the titles again.
Yeah, I don't like you like doing the back-to-back.
Yeah, I didn't either. We know that Daniels replaces Sanjay in the X team, so it'll be Daniels and Skipper reuniting, which is a really great point, plus Chris Sabin and Jerry Lynn.
Well, and they've also apparently... They were definitely teasing Skipper being a little bitter.
I know.
About Daniels and Loki reuniting seemingly without him. Or like kind of pushing him off to the side. Because he seemed to be wanting to be the guy that
got it together.
Happen.
Yeah.
Right. And then they were just like, screw you, Skipper. We'll do it ourselves. Exactly. But apparently with Loki, I don't know if you have note on Loki, but he is certainly gone for at least a little while.
I don't, but yeah, I think we just figured that out when he left this whatever the last match was. It was like, oh shit, he's like in Japan again for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna guess because when I looked, I guess during the show I could look it up.
Yeah, let's look at it during the show.
Roughly see him again, but I think it's over a year, and I'm almost certain that during that time he is in Ring of Honor though.
Wow, he's gonna be gone that long.
Yeah, it might even be 2006 that he comes back.
Is that when he's going to end up coming back as Senshi?
I think so.
Holy crap!
I don't think he's there at all during the first year of like pay-per-views. I'm almost
wow.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not till 2006. I'll look at it.
Yeah, we'll take a look during the show because I'm sure. Well, actually, we can look it up during Team NWA because 2 members of Triple X will be there. We'll take a look. Now also. After that match when he defeated Michael Shane and Tracy were both beating down on Shane Douglas. A pretty interesting segment because we were kind of confused on who we were supposed to be cheering for or booing. But actually, I think it was pretty well done. But Dave goes on to say they both beat on Douglas, who I guess is supposed to be the face, so even he's thinking it. But he says the angle was really good, as Douglas may not have much left as a wrestler, but his talking, psychology, and timing when doing an angle are first rate. So if this is potentially a little last storyline for him, I think it's going pretty smooth so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's going to be tough to root for Shane Douglas. Just largely because I don't think as a character, I don't think he's a very likable guy.
No, as a character, how can you like him?
Yeah, and then like even in
super entertaining.
I don't even know. I mean, technically, when he came into WCW in the summer of '99, with like the Revolution. He was, I guess, technically a babyface, but that was very short-lived. I want to say the last time he was a real pure babyface that I can remember, because like in ECW, I don't know if early on he was technically a babyface, but he was a heel for most. It was like 92 WCW when he was with Ricky Steamboat.
Wow.
Or like 92, 93. So, yeah, I think that'll be a little weird. But then, it could also be an instance of maybe they pivot to two heels just feuding anyway.
Right.
Which wouldn't be that uncommon, I feel like. But
right. We already mentioned Desire returning, so we can skip right over that because there's nothing new necessarily about it. I'm hoping we're going to see a little bit more about it. Actually, I remember, and we might even be on the show, that Bob mentioned when she got injured. We discussed that because it was an injury and explosion, that they're going to show us the clip eventually here. So I'm curious to when that's going to happen. So that'll be interesting to see, since the explosion footage actually exists, but, you can't watch it anywhere. It's fine.
it's not.
David Young doing that losing streak gimmick, we discussed already too, but Dave thinks that they're going to no doubt be faking the numbers until he beats the all-time record, which will likely be tabbed as whatever the number they can come up with that Jack Hart or Barry Horowitz used in Florida in the 80s doing the gimmick, and that number is 134.
They're going to have him lose 135 times?
Well, they're saying that, they might be able to fudge some numbers a little bit. And yeah, looks like that's where we're heading. If I'm doing the math correctly, we're only on like 18 or 19.
Yeah, we're very short into this.
So we need to start paying attention when they start like jacking it up and be like, we know that ain't real. Because they told us when it was 17-0 is the first number I think we actually heard.
0, 0, and 17.
Sorry.
17-0.
Yeah.
He's not Goldberg.
I know. I forgot. I know. He's not The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Right. I think an easy way to quickly rise that number is just have him do Explosion and the pay-per-view. Two matches in 1 week.
Well, that, or if you really need to fib numbers, if he's doing indie dates, you better tell him he's losing.
Oh shit, that's a good idea too.
Why not?
Why not go to like NWA cyberspace?
You could even show like a clip or an image. Be like, hey,
have it be two TNA guys. Be like, listen, hey, cyberspace, we need some help here. Can you just book like Ron Killings to be David Young at your show, and then we'll show a clip on our telecast.
I think that's a really great idea.
I think that would be wicked cool.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
I mean, can you imagine David Young being told, hey man, you're going to lose 135 times before you win a match? Potentially even win a match?
Can you imagine?
Definitely lose 135 times.
But didn't Brian Myers just do like 176? Isn't that was his number or something?
Oh my God. He lost forever.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it was 176. I might have the number wrong, but it's up.
What made that shit funny was like he'd lose matches in like 14 seconds.
Right.
Or like under 2 minutes every time.
And there's a couple times where it like he almost was gonna win, like you almost thought he was going to, and then he'd still lose.
Right. I thought they built it up pretty good for when he eventually won.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. It was good.
I'm a big Brian Myers fan, who you can watch on Impact Wrestling current day.
I am also a fan of Brian Myers, actually. And if you really want some hidden gem indie matches, check out I think it's 2015.
His first indie run when he got released.
I think so. He's mentioned on the podcast. He goes like nuts because he had like a no rope barbed wire match with Kevin Matthews.
Holy shit!
For a fucking Russell Pro.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Wow. I don't know if I knew about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. We already talked about Raven and Sabu and how we walked right over him. No need to read the note again. I mean, that's literally what it says. Okay, so to the main event. I'm scrolling. Well, actually, before the main event. Well, I'm just going to read this straight through because it kind of bounces around a little bit. Because this note is actually before his main notes of the show. So that's why it's a little jumbled here. Blah, blah, blah. We know Styles beat Jarrett in the cage. We already know about the tag team title change. We just discussed that. Okay, so the storyline was that Chris Harris was the advertised opponent for Jarrett, but Raven injured his shoulder early in the show, and then he was taken to the hospital. So the entire show was built around Vince Russo, and Dave says, who else? being put in the position to decide the title shot. Of course, originally we wanted James Storm to be there, or Chris Harris did, but that didn't work out. And then Goldilocks, who this time was pretending to be a Mexican character, or I think we figured out it was more of like a Puerto Rican. She had the shirt on, but Dave lists it as Mexican. And said that she was doing a hideous job of it. Tried to get Abyss to get the title shot. Conan and BG James did the promo saying that Ron Killings deserved it. And actually, I mentioned that this version of 3 Alive Crew is by far the best iteration of like we are like in a war, like they're angry.
Yeah, instead of producing just cringy trailer park.
Right. Yeah, way better. This is way better. And then we know the rest, right? Styles said he deserves it. Raven thinks he deserves it. Raven was getting ready. So Russo refused to corrupt himself by picking Raven, even though he was his enemy. He picked Styles to be the best man. The one thing that the company has done well is position the title strong, which I think me and Bob have noted in the past few weeks. We've noticed there's been a lot of good contenders kind of working up for this title.
Yeah.
He notes that the cage match had good heat. Styles isn't nearly as good inside the cage because it takes away a lot of his moves. I disagree with that. I think he's just fine because, it's AJ Styles. But he obviously can't do springboard 450s and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, he eventually, as Jarrett went for a guitar shot, he gave the guitar an enziguri kick to essentially block it, breaking the guitar, and he got the pin in 13 minutes and 36 seconds with a crucifix. And apparently after the show went off the air, there was at least a 5-minute celebration. Styles and Russo hugged before the show went off. And we did see that part before that celebration kind of kept going. So pretty interesting show that happened last week. Now, this is a very interesting note. I actually think I kind of wish this was happening. But they were going to be doing a best of 3 series with Sanjay Dutt and Amazing Red. Most likely from May 5th to May 19th, with the winner getting a title shot at Frankie Kazarian's X Division title in June. They actually wanted to start on this show we're about to watch, April 28th, but Sanjay Dutt was booked for 0-1. And so kind of bouncing off of that a little bit, they have now asked all talent to give the office their entire set of bookings through August because of the Sanjay Dutt deal. So they'll know who has Japan and who has already booked Thursdays, so they'd either have to get them out of it or not write them into TV for that week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this was something. This came up with Low Key and Daniels too, wasn't it? Like they couldn't.
Oh yeah, dude.
Long-term book them because.
Right.
Of the Japan commitment.
Yeah. Right. I think. Before I get into some TV stuff, I just want to double check. I believe. Oh, okay. So let me add on to that note real quick because Alvarez kind of dives a little bit deeper as far as like how things would kind of go. So he mentions that the company has been pushing to take control over all outside bookings for contracted performers, meaning TNA would pay the wrestlers a flat fee per week, and any promoters would have to deal with and pay TNA for the talent. This would probably be a good thing for the undercard guys who don't make a whole lot on outside bookings when they negotiate the deals, but not good for the big name guys who can command $1,500 per shot and wouldn't make anything near that, working 4 appearances for per week for a flat fee. Basically, it's another way for the office to try to make some money. So TNA is going to try to control essentially their bookings and get money off of that if they're contracted.
Okay, I was gonna say that's gotta be if they're under contract.
Yes, it's contracted wrestlers.
So like a handful of people at this point.
I think, to be honest,
maybe 2 handful. Well, if they're getting TV soon, they gotta get.
I think most of the people we are watching that we see every week are contracted.
They have to be.
I can't even think of anyone who might not be.
But you know what? They've been known to make some dumb decisions.
Right, and I do think that, by the way, that it does end up happening, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again. And I think as far as I know, it kind of causes some issues, but I might be wrong about that. Like them controlling the indie dates and all that. But,
I definitely feel like I've heard
through people from local stuff and all kinds of things. So I'm sure eventually it'll come up, but Okay, so let's talk about TV quick. I think I only got 2 notes about that. Kind of 3 that kind of bounces off of that a little bit. And then I have a quick rash report, and then we'll get on to Explosion and get into the show. So not too much more. So the update on the TV situation is those inside the company are saying that the deal is done. As things stand right now, they are buying time on the station, going with the idea that they'll do good enough ratings that eventually they won't have to buy time, which Dave says that almost never happens. So the 3 p.m. Friday slot is how it stands, but it may be changed to 11 a.m. on Sundays. FSN, is charging more for the latter slot, and the question is now in the hands of Panda whether they want to pay significantly more per week for what would be a better time slot. The Jarretts are still trying to push for Sunday, but Friday is still more likely. And then, of course, we kind of discussed this before, but still with the non-staggered feed, it's death either way for the West Coast because you've got noon on Friday and people are either working or in school, or 8 a.m. Sunday morning when nobody is up. The vast majority of people within wrestling I've spoken to since the time slot became well-known have felt it will be disastrous to the company because of all the added expense of buying time and flying everyone into Orlando and paying them. And the time slot and station is so weak, it won't add any pay-per-view buys. And he goes on to say once more here that that is probably what will happen, but perhaps having the TV can open up licensing and merchandising opportunities. The Orlando deal for the tapings looks to also be a done deal. So pretty big news here, Bob. It's not officially announced, but the deal is done, they're saying, for TV.
Well, when you compare a 3 p.m. on a Friday to 11 a.m. on a Sunday, it's probably pretty obvious as to which one is. I agree that the 11 a.m. on a Sunday is far better than 3 p.m. on a Friday, but I don't necessarily, like I've said a couple times already, I would run home from school to check it out at 3 p.m. on a Friday. So, maybe some schools, if you're taking the bus or whatever, you probably would miss it, but I don't think it was like the worst. And I think it is kind of comical to suggest that they're going to get good enough ratings to not have to pay for it. Because as I've said before, I mean, I think it's to some extent very similar to what Ring of Honor had with Sinclair. Ideally, it would be 3 p.m. on a Friday, but depending on your market, it could change the time because it's on like a regional network.
Right.
So depending on the area in which you live, it could drastically change. So yeah, I mean that's a bit interesting to see the ratings, I guess. But no TV. I mean, some TV is better than no TV. So.
That's right. And I think there is a couple more like small TV notes that we'll probably talk about during the show. But I'm kind of bouncing off that a little bit too. Jimmy Hart, who kind of helped organize this Orlando deal, as well as opening the doors at THQ and a New York ad agency, will probably be returning behind the scenes at least, but likely also as a character within a few weeks. He did just sign a deal when appearing at the WWE Hall of Fame banquet. There was a non-compete that ended this past week. So Jimmy Hart may be back.
Now, see, I don't know if I would put him on TV because I feel as if an appearance by him would suggest to fans that
Hogan's coming.
Yeah, I might try to avoid it because he's so connected to that.
I think that's a fair point.
Like he was kind of, I guess, the spokesperson for Hogan coming in, the tease of it all. So,
right. I got one more thing here before the rash report, which is pretty short this week, but Dave notes here that many people are writing that AJ Styles getting the title was a concession for pulling him from the ROH shows, and noted Daniels being put on the X team as another one. Both of these angles have apparently been planned more than a month in advance, though, and it was written here that Styles was getting the title as the original plan and losing it back to Jeff Jarrett, which is still the plan, before the first TV show. Vince Russo wanted Styles to be champion, and Jarrett had no problem with it, but Jarrett was insistent that he be champion when the TV gets off the ground.
Interesting.
So we should probably expect a title change soon, which I don't necessarily love, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
All I know is that Styles won't be champion by Lockdown 2005 when he's got to fight Abyss in the number one contendership match.
So, yeah, we do know a rough time for sure when he's not going to be champion. And that's April 2005.
Right. Okay, the Rash Report. News and notes. He offered his best wishes to Scott Hudson because he was in a car accident.
Oh, wow.
And that's why he wasn't there. So he was in a car wreck driving from Atlanta. It was bad enough that he totaled his car. And he was checked into the hospital, but apparently was okay and was sore as hell. And he's apparently scheduled to return on today's show. So I kind of mixed two notes together there, but he wished him well because he was on the way to the show.
Yeah.
Borash took his place doing backstage interviews. And apparently it was said to be his first time in his career that he'd ever done that. Borash noted that it was interesting because the first time he ever did an announcing gig on Nitro was the night that Hudson's wife went into labor and Scott flew back home. Quote, I can say Scott Hudson gave me my big break. He also says here that Desire was back and better than ever. And Alvarez kind of adds, I seem to recall her. She was pretty great. Well, great looking. So Desire's back.
Yeah. Which was a surprise for us. I think we were both pretty shocked to see her return.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the notes. So let's talk about Explosion real quick, and then we can get into the show, Bob. I can't wait. I always get so. I had such a shitty day today, and here I am getting excited about TNA wrestling.
Just Dallas, you got to remember, dude. We had a fun time at Rebellion.
You know, Rebellion was really great. If you guys said hi to us at the show, thank you for coming up.
Yeah, it was great to meet you.
Okay, so
we're laughing because we're recording this on March 9th.
Bob, stop! Stop it! You're ruining it.
We're that far. We're this far ahead. That's it's almost 2 months before.
Well, listen. Now people know why. I mean, the TV deal's happening. We might have to get ahead if we want to be be sane by the time TV comes.
Right. Yeah, we gotta have a buffer.
Right. Okay, so Explosion, according to Cage Match, number 77 was filmed on April 28, 2004. The same day as the show we're watching. It's pretty awesome. And it aired on May 1st, 2004. And it featured, according to Cage Match, 3 matches. I got 2 with Dave, but I'll read you Cage Matches first. The Naturals defeated Eric Darkstorm and Jeff Lewis. That match is the one that's not listed. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yes, that one is not listed. And then Michael Shane defeated Apollo Khan. And then the main event, Amazing Red defeated Vito Tomaselli.
Oh, he's an NWA Mid-South guy too.
Really? And then there's actually a couple other matches that took place that I didn't see anywhere else, so I'm just going to tell you because that's just what we do. We keep all of our tabs covered. Monty Brown defeated Silas Young. Then Chris Vaughn. Yeah.
Okay, Silas Young, like Ring of Honor? Is that what it is?
I'm assuming it's exactly the same. Chris Vaughn defeated David Young. So there you go, Bob.
Hey.
I don't know if that's going to be on a future Explosion or what, but we'll find out if it is. Yeah. And then Frankie Kazarian defeated someone who's not named. They just have a question mark.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he beat question mark.
That's a good point. But that's all I have, Bob. I'm ready.
All right. Well, let's get into the April 28th, 2004 NWA-TNA Weekly Pay-Per-View. Let's find out just what this relationship between Vince Russo and AJ Styles is. Once again, they were a heel duo. Are they going to be a babyface duo?
I don't know.
We have a lot of questions. Who's going to challenge them? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm going to count down from 3 when I say play. If you want to follow along, that's when you're going to hit the play button on your Impact Plus app, or if you have it in your own personal collection, that works as well. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. And the runtime for this is roughly 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 36 seconds.
It's like a... Tonight we honor Pat Tillman and the men and women of the armed forces serving our country.
Now, Pat Tillman was a former NFL football player who I guess he like stopped playing to serve in the military. And it's a whole controversial thing because originally the military said that he died from combat, but it was actually friendly fire.
Whoa.
So it was a major controversy about like, why wouldn't they tell us that and all this other thing. I'm almost certain that's what happened. I can actually look it up. Not be spreading.
That's pretty interesting. We're just getting a highlight package about last week as Bob looks this up. We're seeing how he injured Chris Harris with the chair Raven. That is, James Storm went after him. He literally trips over Sabu. Look at, they're showing it a bunch, so that means we're definitely teasing that Raven Sabu match. That's never happened for some reason. I've come this far.
Yeah, so he was killed by friendly fire and not.
Dude, that's nuts. See, Bob's a smart guy. I knew he was going to know who that guy was.
And he was only 27 when he died. You want the truth. You really want the truth.
Can I get a amen? Well, we're literally recapping the entire show here. I mean, we could have just fast forwarded to this part of. Okay, there's Goldie.
Do you think that Goldilocks doing these type of impressions would be socially acceptable today?
The other one, yes. That one probably not.
Probably not that one, yeah.
The creepy, like, French kind of character is... I actually really like that one, and the look is good. The one last week was like... I really hope we don't see it again. Yeah. No offense to Goldilocks. But I do know that she was actually doing, like, impersonations like that on her Cameo. So, like, she'd put, like, a dark wig on, and I don't know if it was the exact same character, but she was, like, playing, like, little characters for people, which is kind of cool.
Oh, really?
Look at Styles. Nearly died. He nearly died climbing up because he almost unhooked the cage.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he almost died right here when Andrew Thomas got pushed into it. Look at, boom! He tripped. Dude, I don't like that. That's scary. He's just hanging there. Of course, it wasn't an escape, so when Jarrett bumps it right here, falls down.
And he's done that a couple of times already.
Yeah, he has. Look at this. Look at all these different camera angles. Once again, me and Bob are assuming this new editor is definitely here.
He has to be. This is not JB.
He just kicked the guitar.
Crucifix. And I like that they're using a different camera angle, too.
I love when they're showing the different camera angles. Raven watching on from the rafters. Vince Russo's crying. He's so happy. Look at Raven. Oh, my God. The Raven zoomed in face, like, ghosted on the screen was hilarious. He's hugging Russo.
Emotional reunion.
We got a new champion. Styles is the champ. Oh, we're in the parking lot. No intro package. That's Styles. This is AJ Styles' car. Looking good, man, in 2004. Grabs the NWA title about the back. Looking nice in his button up. Oh.
He's going to retire.
Announcement tonight. We'll see what that is. Oh, here's our intro package with this fucking banger of a song. You can hear that in our intro. Well, assuming you don't fast forward through that when you turn on the episode.
Yeah, why would you fast forward through that?
I don't know, dude. This song gets me so hyped.
That's the best part of the show. Screw us talking for over 2 hours. Just listen to the first, like, 45 seconds of the show and then click out.
Well, we always have a great person introducing the show. And then a banger of a theme song remix that I kind of threw together. Okay, Bob, you're seeing the crowd shots here. How many people do you think are in this building tonight, in the TNA Asylum?
I'm going to say 950.
Nope.
1,100.
Nope.
More?
Way less.
700.
700.
Holy shit. What?
Yeah, dude, we went way down. And as a reminder, last week we were at 1,250.
700.
Here comes Team AAA. Got Mr. Aguila, Hector Garza, Abismo Negro, and Heavy Metal. Oh, they're calling them Team Mexico, not Team AAA. My apologies. Oh, wait, it says Team AAA, though.
Teammate, yeah.
I actually have a little bit of some X-Cup stuff we'll talk about during this, but I know Bob's probably got a shit ton of indie notes to get through as well.
Well, I don't have any indie notes for Team AAA. So.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, here comes Team NWA.
Dun, 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 dun.
Chris Sabin back in action. Here's the ex-skipper, Jerry Lynn, and Christopher Daniels.
What's your note? You said you had a note?
Yeah, do you want to do indie first, or you want me to talk about it? Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Mine's a little bit more long form about, not super bad, but a little bit about some of the team mix-ups we've been having.
Well, there's only two people in this match that have any notes. The first one being Chris Sabin. He retained the BCW Can-Am Television Championship by defeating Nate Matson on April 25th in Michigan. And then Christopher Daniels on April 24th lost to Maniac for WWC in Puerto Rico. And then on April 25th, Christopher Daniels defeated AJ Styles and Joey Legend in a #1 contendership for the BCW Can-Am television title. So it looks like in BCW, we're going to get a Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin match.
Wow. I like that. Not too bad. Actually, I thought we were going to waste the whole match talking indie notes.
No.
People not doing too busy. Oh, wait, hold on. This might tie into my note. There's Team Canada's captain, Coach Scott D'Amore.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah, so we're talking about May the 26th. That's the World X Cup. And that's kind of what my note has to relate to is Jerry Lynn and Heavy Metal are starting us off here. So Team Japan and Team Canada, they've been changed for the World X Cup.
Really?
And in both cases, Dave says, not for the better.
Ooh.
So, hold on. Okay, the winner of this match tonight gets Team Canada next week. Just heard that by Down West. So,
I don't have any information about that.
Oh, I think my Google is talking to me. Okay. So, the new Team All Japan, because by the way, if you recall, we did talk about All Japan. We're not getting Kikutaro and Kishimbo Kamen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Team All Japan is Nasawa, who is, by the way, really a CMLL guy, according to Dave here. I'm going to mess up a lot of these names. My apologies for our Japanese
Join the club,
fans.
man. Join the club.
Ryuji Hijikata? I don't know. We'll learn how to say it in a couple weeks. Is it Tachi Ishikari and Nobukazu Hirari? I butchered that real bad. Usually I'm not too bad with these, but that was pretty bad.
A nice springboard spinning heel kick there by Sabin, by the way.
Yeah, Sabin tags out to Daniels, what comes in instantly Inseguri's Abismo Negro. And wait, they're talking about the team shakeup right now, so that's kind of fun. So Dave notes that it's a so-so team, though, as Tomaki Hamna and Kazushi Miyamoto, who were originally on the team instead of Nasawa and Harari.
There's the leg drop by Jerry Lynn over the middle rope.
That's right.
Trademark.
They took off the original stars of the team, is basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
They've also pulled off Teddy Hart and Jack Evans from Team Canada. So we have new team. So now it's Petey Williams, Johnny Devine, and two newcomers on the team, one of which we've seen before, Eric Young. And in the other spot is this new guy, Bob. And his name is Bobby Roode.
In the X Cup.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Team Canada. Look at this double team. Ig Skipper can't seem to hold Abismo Negro up. That's okay. So he's gonna try again. Nope, he's gonna throw him at Daniels, who hops over him and just kicks him. Okay. Evans has been working for Ring of Honor, so they decided to not use him since they weren't interested in using him as a regular. And that looked almost bad for Daniels. He almost got dropped in his head. And Teddy Hart has a show in Japan between those dates, and they didn't want to fly him in twice. So the idea for the foreigners is that they bring them in, and they're supposed to stay in Nashville all week to work indies, commuting from Nashville in between. There's the 2 dates that they're filming, because they're filming this on the May 12th and May 19th.
Wow.
And we already know that the show's going to be a new format, 2 different 8-man tags, a ladder match, a gauntlet, and an Ultimate X match as well. And there's apparently also talk of introducing a 6-sided ring like they use in Toryumon and AAA to differentiate the X Division matches.
Whoa.
Pretty big news there. And look at that heel kick by Mr. Aguila onto Christopher Daniels.
Well, are you going to explain who those people are for the people that don't know who they are?
From the teams?
No, the officials. Is that what you just said?
The officials.
What was the last sentence you just said?
About the 6-sided ring.
Oh, 6-sided ring. Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, dude. It's there's talk about introducing a 6-sided ring for this.
For the X Cup?
Yeah, dude, to differentiate the X Division matches.
Oh.
There's a chance we might see our first 6-sided ring.
Don't do that. Just do it for all of them. I could have sworn you said 2 guys were coming in to be referees.
No, I did not say that at all. I don't even know what you think I said that to.
I don't know what happened. Is my Google talking to me?
Dude, it might be. Mine was just talking a minute ago. It's Hector Garza and Daniels going at it.
Maybe I got confused with all the Japanese names you were saying that I thought 2 of them were referees.
Yeah, I'm going to apologize again for those.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. That's why I said there was no indie knows for the AAA team, because I can't pronounce fucking those guys' names. It isn't going to happen.
Oh, Heavy Metal goes for a drop because Jerry Lynn moves. Knocks Mr. Aguila and Abismo Negro off the apron. Well, they didn't actually fall, though. Heavy Metal and Jerry Lynn, a little bit of miscommunication. Jerry Lynn gets whipped to the corner, pop up. Oh! Heavy Metal almost just died on a moonsault. Jerry Lynn Hurricane on a roll-up. 2 count.
Oh, I thought he got him on the roll-up. Yeah, Heavy Metal almost just broke his own neck. Okay, to the gut. Looks like he's going for a powerbomb. Kryptonite Crunch.
Air raid siren.
I think it's the air raid crash.
Air raid crash.
I call it the Kryptonite Crunch because I am a fan of Supernova.
I know when we were watching Revolution, didn't Excalibur call it, and you're like, it's the Kryptonite Crunch. Jerry Lynn whipped to the corner, and Heavy Metal with the discus clothesline.
This match has been a little clunky to me.
Clunky, and honestly, it's kind of on the end of Team AAA.
Yeah.
Skipper couldn't hold up Abismo Negro, which is kind of funny, but.
So with that, I think he was trying to do like the vertical suplex crossbody thing they've
Yes, done. Yeah.
But then for him to just like throw him into the corner to make the episode over was like a horrible pivot.
Yeah, they could have done. He could have like dropped an elbow or something.
He could have done literally anything else. He could have just like. Oh my god.
Negro almost killed Sabin with that.
Sabin might be injured again.
I know, he just got back. Can we be careful?
Jeez.
I don't need Sabin gone anymore. I want to constantly see Chris Sabin for the next 10
is that a cradle shock?
I believe it was. He kind of changes it up, and I don't know the difference between the cradle shock and the future shock. I get confused.
I like when he like does the spin and like a really aggressive spin.
Because I think the cradle shock is when they're up in like the muscle buster, right? It was for a while at least. He might have stopped doing that as much.
I thought that was the cradle shock I thought was like a Death Valley driver, and then he
Right.
sits out. Yeah.
I don't know. I get the two names. Honestly, I think if you Google it, you can see it used interchangeably, honestly. So,
Yeah. Jerry Lynn just got drop kicked to the floor by Negro, and here comes Heavy Metal. But he says, I'm not going to dive. Instead, I'm going to backdrop Negro onto you, Jerry.
wow.
Kinda
What a block. What a way to start the show. That's right. Actually, I'm really glad we are starting with a match, not a promo. So, holy shit.
Oh.
Saban knocks down Abismo Negro and Jerry Lynn with a huge dive.
It looks like he more hit Jerry Lynn.
Well, to be honest, Jerry Lynn was needed to catch him. Heavy Metal with a moonsault, who mostly hit Abismo Negro.
Yeah, what is going on here?
He kind of caught him in a cutter, if you noticed, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Daniels tosses Aguila out of the ring. Here comes Hector Garza. Gets a heel kick.
Heel kick. Oh, it's Triple X really here against Garza.
There you go.
Oh, now they did it, but the other way. 1, 2.
Oh,
Garza
okay. Hector Garza kicked out, but Aguila came in to break up the pin.
Yeah, because he didn't get there in time. That's pretty much what that was.
Drop toe hold. And a basement drop kick. Look at this. Wheelbarrow something here by Aguila and Garza. Oh! He dropped him on his knee. Face jam, as TNA called it.
Face jam over the knee.
Yeah.
Garza just kicking Skipper right in the face.
Now I know where Jericho got the code breaker from.
He probably was watching the show, like, I'm going to steal that.
He's like, wait a second. I can make that look good.
You want to know a random thing, and I might have mentioned this to you already, but I was watching like the first Nitro from 2000, I think it was, and what the fuck was that, Garza?
Oh my god. Skipper does a moonsault to dodge Garza, then Garza does a moonsault, but I don't know what his plan was, and he almost didn't rotate fully. He
he definitely slipped and almost really hurt himself.
But his reason for moonsaulting didn't even make sense because Skipper was so far away anyways.
Yeah.
This match is a mess.
Yeah. But just back to my quick next thing. Guys like Elix Skipper and like Mark Jindrak and stuff were in the front row, and they were billed up as like the future of WCW. Nice savant kick there by Skipper.
Future of WCW, huh?
Yeah, it was weird. Like Mike Sanders was there too, and they were all like in suits. Oh. Spin kick by Aguila to take Skipper out. Now Daniel's going for a roll up here off the ropes. Only gets a 2 count.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Another roll up for 2 count.
What's this by Daniels? Slams him down. He's going to do it? Best.
Move.
Oh, he didn't really yell. He just kind of yelled, ah, me. But he misses it. Don't see that very often. Maybe at this time, but I feel like that dude never hits it. Aguila on the top. Oh my god, he landed on his feet from a moonsault. Roll up by Daniels.
Oh my god, I'm on a cradle.
Dude, the crowd just popped wicked loud for that.
Wow. That might be seen as an upset, right? Because they're the champion, the winners.
And Team NWA has sucked, but Daniels is the one who got the pin. Is he their key to winning the World X Cup?
He's a new member, yeah.
And now Team NWA will be facing off against Team Canada next week.
All right. Oh, Heavy Metal looking almost a baseball slide drop kick there, but stopped himself.
Wow. So Scott D'Amore is saying his new revamped team is going to do very good.
I'm really surprised that Bobby Roode is in the X Cup.
What was that?
Bobby Roode?
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, but I can't wait for Bobby Roode.
Scott D'Amore wants to shake hands with Jerry Lynn.
Oh, wait, he's getting angry. He's going to get that Canadian accent out. Oh, shit, he's grabbing him. Skipper and Daniels pulled Lynn off of Scott D'Amore. Wait till next week, Lynn. One night. Here we go, dude. 4 countries.
Oh, this is promotion for the actual X Cup on May 28th or whatever it is.
TNA Wrestling's World X Cup. Look at this. 2 tag team matches, 16-man gauntlet, and a ladder match.
And an Ultimate X, right?
Oh, yeah, they're getting there.
A 16-man gauntlet match?
There you go. Ultimate X, May 26th.
Ultimate X.
Oh my God, they just keep saying that. Ultimate X.
Did you forget what it is next week? Because it's Ultimate
X. That was a pretty good video package to hype up the World X Cup, I thought.
Ultimate X.
Ultimate X. Mike Tenay's in the ring. Talking about Styles winning the title for the second time. The new NWA World Heavyweight CHampion. You guys are following along at home. We're at 21 minutes and 3 seconds.
Whoa.
Every day in my life. Let's go.
Every day in my life. That's a good song.
I don't even know if that's exactly what it says, but it sounds like
I think it is. It sounds right. It might be one of those instances, though, where like you listen to a song and you think the lyrics are one way. But
right, yeah. Bob, I just saw a fucking poll on the ring post. Oh, look at it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Shit. What does that mean?
Styles is fighting in a title match on a pole match. Title on a pole match. He's being interviewed here by Mike Tenay.
You did it, AJ. Thanks, Mike. 2-time. Is he going to steal DDP's gimmick? 2-time, 2-time, 2-time.
Wait, you just said it 3.
2-time champion. 3-time, 3-time.
Let's see. Oh, he wants to thank some people. He just won an award, it sounds like. TNA, thank you for letting me be your NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Muhammad Ali, thank you. They have to change the microphone or something?
Yeah, I guess so. It sounds
that
worse.
That just got worse. Okay.
Thank you for sticking with me through thick and thin to the fans.
Rob Feinstein, I'd like to thank you for getting arrested. And then for me, or, getting at least potentially arrested. And for allowing me to be the champion because I got pulled from your shows.
I was just going to say, thank you, Rep Feinstein, for allowing me to win the NWA title and be pulled from Ring of Honor shows. Great. And can you believe that people didn't know about people's theme songs from Ring of Honor, Bob? 2003, 2005. It's the most controversial topic in wrestling right now.
Can you believe that some people are like, "Oh, I wish I knew that, and then I could have enjoyed it more." Or
when Excalibur said it on there.
Yeah, and it's like if I didn't know, I would just.
It was still a cool entrance.
It's still cool, yeah.
Styles is like being very humble right now, so Jarrett should come out any second. I'm assuming. Ooh. The man they call Raven.
Uh-oh. That's not Raven's music. That's 3 Live Crew.
This mother is a bad jam.
It's bad. 3 Live Crew.
We have a very big 3 Live Crew fan on our Twitter page at Cross the Line TNA if you want to join the fun and tell us that you know all the words to theme songs as well. Much appreciated. Cut the music.
BG James about to get a freaking title match.
BG James is not wearing a t-shirt on his head this week. He's got a beanie on.
He's upgraded.
He's the only one wearing camo anymore either.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't be serious if you honestly think that you can represent the NWA as the heavyweight champion of the world. Oh my God. BG says, I used to take bigger pills than you.
Wow.
Conan. Talking about how certain people are getting opportunities due to politics and favoritism.
Going back to the racially driven anger here.
It's never really left. It's always there.
That's true.
And how does Raven get a title shot before the Truth does? And Truth gets in his face. I know you heard that.
The fans are chanting Truth, and they were chanting Truth in the cage match too, or before the announcement. I mean, for the cage match.
Oh shit! Vince Russo's down here. Hold it.
How did he come from?
Crowd's chanting for him again. That's kind of crazy, dude. The fans have been behind him for a long time.
Yeah.
Guys, we can settle this as men, and we can settle this as friends. Oh, do you remember Vancouver?
Oh, what is this? I mean, come on. Remember Vancouver? Oh, we don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You remember that thing that we did?
Conan started a petition in WCW so he wouldn't get fired and get all the heat. Ron Killings had belief in him early on in TNA. And Bruce was like, you know what? You're all right.
Let me remind you of my loyalty. Remember this little group by the name of DX? Shawn Michaels, Triple H. They didn't want you and Billy in that group?
You son of a bitch. I got you to DX.
Okay. I gave you and Rey Mysterio the opportunity to be tag team champions. You remember that? And when you won the NWA champion, Ron Killings, who was your biggest fan? It was me, guys. I was loyal then, and I remain loyal today. Well, let's test your loyalty. Oh, you didn't know?
Vancouver. Remember it?
They're so pissed. What have you done for the Three Life Crew lately?
Uh-oh. AJ stepping in front. That's my friend.
That's my friend Vince.
I'm my own man. I mean, it certainly helped. Russo certainly helped him to win it by giving him the shot.
Oh, Killings is the one who wants it the most. He said, yeah, you're right. You want a piece of me? I want all of you, not a piece. You got it. Styles said he's going to give him a shot. He says when. Styles hesitates, but he's looking at his watch. How about an hour?
How about 9:45?
Russo's like, you don't have to do this, AJ, but his music's already playing. He says, yes, I do. Okay, dude. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's not official yet. We'll hear soon, but yeah. Ron Killings versus AJ Styles for the NWA title appears to be our main event tonight. Wow, Bob. What do you think about that?
I don't believe for a minute that Ron Killings is going to win.
Why not?
I don't think you're going to change the belt so quick.
Okay. What about the tag team titles? That's all I'm saying about that. Anything's possible in NWA TNA. We're seeing a video about Apolo.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're fighting again. D'Lo's saying it comes down to this Wednesday. God. Dallas and the KID are going to go down in history as the greatest tag team champions of the world.
They can't even hold the belts for longer than a week, and they're going to say that they're going to go down in history as the best. Okay.
Old school, Rock and Roll Express. Way better than Triple X. America's Most Wanted. Boys. You couldn't wear our jock straps.
Oh.
Wow. You want to take it in the street? I'll mess you up worse than your mom will ever have. Imagine.
Now, do you think him mentioning America's Most Wanted means that they're going to go back to being a tag team?
Yeah. Oh, God. Dandilo said, when we get a hold of the stick. I think we're about to see the pole match.
Yeah, it sure seems like it.
Tag Team Championship match up next. Team Exchange disqualification title wins. Yeah, they did. Will familiarity be a factor? I wonder, will it? Nightstick on a pole. Even the playing field. That's exactly how you got to even it, dude. You got to put it on a pole. Uh-oh.
When in doubt, put it on a pole.
We're already started. We're coming out of the curtain area next to the cage dancer thing, but there's no dancer, unfortunately. D'Lo is brawling with Kid Kash, and Apolo is with the big D, big man Dallas.
The cage dancers were too risque for TV.
Kash runs to the ring, and he is immediately trying to get to the pole.
That's smart.
Will
That looks
it
like a
fall?
short pole.
Well, Kid Kash is in it, Bob.
Kid Kash can reach it that easily? That's pretty short. That's not even
The
that high up.
bell has rung. The match has officially started.
Here's a time check. I feel like this is flying by. Where you have 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 25 seconds left in the show.
Or if you're normal, we're 32 minutes and 15 seconds into the show.
Apolo with a spear.
Bob, any indie notes for this one?
Dallas. That is a great question.
Figure I'll grab you early.
Because I'm telling you right now, I probably wouldn't have even looked.
Apollo sent into the corner by Dallas.
Situated here.
Oh, they're saying the Nightstick is on the ground.
You're kidding. Something
Nope,
that they've...
Tanae and Don West just said it. Rudy Charles going out to get it right now.
Nope, it's on the ground.
They literally said, okay, it's on the ground. All the impact from hitting the turnbuckle.
Oh, man. Does that mean he's going to have... Does he have to go to hang it back up?
I don't know what they're about to do with it. Tell me they put it on the announce table. Oh, no, look, someone else has it. Andrew Thomas has it. There's just a Gorilla Press cutter combo by D'Lo and Apollo.
Here's a weird thing. On April 23rd...
Look at...
He ain't climbing up that thing, he said.
Maybe it was meant to happen. No, I'm kidding. There's no way.
He just said he ain't climbing up it. April 23rd, Kid Kash retained the XWF Cruiserweight Championship by defeating Derek King.
Whoa.
The Memphis Slam Jam at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Chris Vaughn just came out. And remember, Chris Vaughn climbed up the pole to get the axe handle for Kurt Hennig before. So look at he's up there. He's literally up there putting the nightstick on. Okay, it's back and they're zooming out so you know it. Too funny.
That's incredible. I think it's pretty cool though. The XWF champion, one of the XWF championships was actually defended.
I like that. And we're seeing that champion right here in TNA.
Right. It looks like Dallas, also known as Shadow, on April 24th defeated Canyon, not Chris Canyon, but Canyon with a C, for PCW Full Throttle in Arlington, Texas. So that's what he was up to.
Very nice.
I'm assuming D'Lo did not go to Japan because that would be a hell of a trip and come back for this. Yeah, so he wasn't up to anything. At least, again, according to the cage match. Apolo, let's see if he did anything for the good old Puerto Rico, WWC. We'll see here in a minute. And it would appear that he did. He lost to Hangman Hughes by disqualification on April 24th. And Hangman Hughes is also known as Mike Hughes.
One of my favorites.
Okay, that's a lie. Nice moonsault by Cash. But yeah, that's all the indie notes there for this match.
Not too bad.
So this match cannot end until the
It's taken off the pole.
Nightstick's off the pole.
The stick fell again.
Where's Chris Vaughn?
They should probably stop going in that corner unless they're gonna get it.
Probably not. Dallas just press slammed and then press slam tossed Cash into D'Lo in the corner. That was rough. Dallas is climbing the pole, but it's not there. Andrew Thomas has it in his hand on the ring steps. Oh wait.
Yep.
No,
No. Oh, he went for a moonsault off of Dallas' shoulders, and Dallas is looking for the nightstick, which Andrew Thomas is holding in front of him.
Dallas was reaching for a non-existent nightstick as Apollo hits a power bomb. What in the world? That is too funny.
One of my favorite pole matches is the Viagra on a pole.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's. And I like how I believe the bottle it's in, it just says Viagra on it. What is Andrew Thomas is just holding the nightstick on the ring steps.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. So they're saying you have to go to the top and make contact with the top of the pole, and then you will get possession from Andrew Thomas.
Oh my god.
What a mess. What a mess. Get Cash on the top of D'Lo. Dallas puts Cash on his shoulders.
What is this?
We're looking for a superplex. Nope.
Oh!
There's a shining wizard by D'Lo off the top rope, hits Kid Cash, knocking both him and Dallas down.
That was aggressive. Diamond Cutter by Apolo. Bang! On Dallas. Now he's going to... Well, he's yelling at Andrew Thomas, but he's got to touch the top of the...
He did it. He touched the top.
It's so stupid. Oh, and he got drop kicked on the knee.
That
means now the nightstick's in play, right? Because he technically got possession of it.
Now the match can end at any time.
Uh-oh. And poof. Well, like a spine buster by D'Lo. Now the nightstick has flown outside of the ring, and D'Lo's got to go get it.
That was the sky high.
He didn't fall down with it, though. It was a spine buster.
That's what he's been doing. So it counts.
Oh.
This is weird because they weren't using a nightstick. They were using like a pole.
They were using a pipe.
Yeah, and now it's a nightstick.
Yeah. Well, you can't put a pole on a pole.
Why not?
Tonight it's a lead pipe on a pipe. Yeah, okay.
D'Lo assisted. Oh, wow.
What is with people not being able to properly corkscrew themselves or rotate? D'Lo almost landed right on his shoulder, and that would have been bad.
Or even Don West said he almost landed on his head.
Yeah. Apollo and Dallas on the floor, or D'Lo and Dallas on the floor. Apollo and Cash in the ring. Apollo has caught Cash with the spine buster.
Oh,
that's
done.
It's over.
Dallas coming in the ring. Is he going to stop Apollo? Oh my God. Nightstick to the back. Kid Cash rolls him up. That's right. New Tag Team Champions.
Tag champs.
Just kidding. They still are. They're not new. They just still have them.
They've retained the titles.
Big D and Little K.
It's unfortunate. I was really hoping for Apollo and D'Lo to be the new tag team again.
Me too, Bob. Oh, look, we're getting a video package about this Goldilocks character.
Who is controlling Abyss sexually.
Sexually, yeah. Abyss.
For some reason, I don't believe that.
This is a very weird... Look at it. I'm getting it. They should probably want a warning on this.
Yeah, you've said that before.
Well, this one's a lot. I feel like I'm going to have a seizure.
You know what? Seizures aren't something to joke about.
I know, you're totally right.
I won't tolerate that.
And I apologize.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a very long promo about just Abyss.
Yeah, and he's just putting people through tables, black hole slams, backdrops, shock
Well-
treatment. They still don't know that.
Well, I don't know if we're going to see him on the show or not, so I got a quick note I'll tell you here. And that's that Amazing Red, Sanjay Dutt, and Tracy have all signed contracts this past week. That's pretty cool stuff.
I don't think that surprises me.
Nah, me either.
What is with... Okay, we get it. Oh, I'm showing you.
Signor Russo. This is Abyss. Abyss. Black hole slam. Black hole slam. That torture rack, and he drops down.
Oh, man.
Drop down torture rack. Scott Hudson is back. He's coughing. Moments away from Sabu and Abyss meeting, but he's trying to find Abyss in his lair. Who's with him? The blonde, the brunette? Oh, there's Goldie right there. She's smelling a candle? Oh, she's saying usually you're gimmicked up. She's saying she's been in Barbados for the past couple weeks. Oh, she read about his accident on the internet.
She's denying that.
Oh, okay. So last time we saw you like this, there's some rumors, and she was like, rumors of what? Oh, you going there? What do you think, I'm crazy? Starts laughing. You think I'm crazy, Hudson? The last time they called me that, he's in bad shape right now. Real bad shape.
Who is she talking about?
I'm assuming Eric Watts.
That's what I would think, too.
Oh. Abyss went to go for his match. They've been talking to each other. They're saying Abyss can't talk. Maybe he doesn't have anything he'd like to say to you. Look, why don't you just get out of here? And that's it. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes Abyss.
I think that was a weird promo.
It was very weird.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're really driving home the fact that she's, like, crazy, but...
Right. Bob, during this entrance, take a look at the low-key thing. I forgot to talk about it during the match where his partners were in, but why not before we forget again? Because I am curious how long he's going to be gone for. Abyss coming out with that chain around his neck again. Looks like that might be sticking around.
So I guess I'll just say, like, when he comes... I mean, again, guys, it's been fucking 20 years, so I don't know. All right. I love clicking the wrong button.
Right. Here's his opponent.
All right. So.
From Bombay.
Jeez, this guy sure is busy. All right. So the last time.
Oh, he's chucking chairs.
Oh, that's good. So low-key, we saw his last appearance, I guess, is going to be on March. Or no, I guess April 7th, because that show was taped. Yeah,
right.
So it would have been April 7th. So let's see here. The rest of 2004, he does not show up. Into 2005, he's mostly doing 0-1. Or Pro Wrestling Noah. He's doing Ring of Honor in 2005. Noah. Ring of Honor. Okay, so now we're getting into 2006. He's still not
Whoa.
back. Oh, all right. Wow, really that late? Well, I take a guess on when he returns.
Said that late, so I'm gonna say September.
Of what year?
Well, you said 06.
Right, but that's not September. He apparently returns in ring at Lockdown 2006.
Wow. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
Wow. I really wouldn't have thought that. I didn't know that.
Wow.
This match is not doing great so far. They're just punching each other, and now Abyss falls out of the ring.
Well, you want to know why it's not doing well? It's because it's not a hardcore match.
Oh, you might be right. Sabu with a dive on Abyss.
Here's one indie note for Sabu.
Okay.
He wrestled the BCW Can-Am Heavyweight Champion Shane Douglas to a double disqualification on April 25th. That was in Michigan. And then Abyss, he wrestled on April 23rd for AAA. He teamed up with the Headhunters, losing by disqualification to Granda, Hector Garza, and Latin Lava.
Wow.
Who the hell was Granda? Do I know?
Abyss ran into the guardrail.
And that's the indie notes for this match. Now, this should be, I guess, a disqualification potentially if they're using...
Tables don't count as that, though, because you don't get hit with it. You just jump through it.
Or you get slammed through it, which would be an offensive move.
Yeah, but you're not hit with the item. So I'd say it still doesn't count as a DQ.
Well, I mean, Sandman would, slam it on people.
That's a DQ then.
Right, so it could happen.
Oh my god, Abyss is so powerful. That's right, ready? Boom! Huge chop to Sabu.
We want violence.
Man, wouldn't it be... It'd be so cool if these two they took the ropes off and just wrapped in barbed wire, like Brian Myers and Kevin Matthews. The no rope barbed wire match.
Who knows? Maybe someday that will happen.
Maybe it'll happen. You never know.
Oh.
Will it be in 2005? I don't know.
Will it be fucking Unbreakable or whatever? Potentially.
I don't know. Will that have one of the best matches in TNA history on it? I
mean, just off those two matches, that far in the future, that is a pretty good thing.
Sabu, Tornado DDT, Springboard Tornado DDT. Spikes Abyss. Yeah, I'm going to say it every week until we get there, but we are very, very close to some of the best shit I think we're ever going to watch on this podcast. So,
yeah.
Oh, this with the chair. This is a disqualification.
Chair shots. Andrew Thomas not doing anything about it. This is not promoted as a hardcore match or Extreme Rules, so I don't know.
You're right.
Why we're not doing anything.
Oh, split like moonsault.
Kick out at 2. Come on, Sabu. Hammering away on Abyss. Andrew Thomas literally not doing his job. There better not be a disqualification in this match because it should have already happened.
No, there can't be. Unless it gets too violent and they have to stop it.
Referee discretion.
Ducks the clothesline by Abyss. Oh, comes back to a big boot. Falls out of the ring and... Oh, I thought he was going to roll onto that.
I think maybe he was supposed to.
Yeah, he caught the table as he rolled off the apron. He caught the end of it. Abyss drops down.
We got 1 hour, 56 minutes left in the show. I think this is... What?
How long left?
1 hour and 47 seconds.
Oh, I thought you said 56 minutes. I was like, no, we do not.
I definitely said minutes.
Yeah, or if you're normal, we're actually at the 50-minute mark now.
Yeah, I definitely did
Oh,
say
there's the
something.
fan who wouldn't give the chair to Brian Lawler.
The OG.
One of the OGs still in the asylum. That's cool to
Nice.
see. Sabu,
Uh-oh.
triple jump.
Oh!
Right through the table. Biss was laid across the top of it, and he got leg dropped through. We gotta see that again. That's a must-see replay. Here we go. Boom, boom. Crack. Looking good.
That was that's disqualification worthy. Uh-oh, here comes Goldilocks. Yelling at poor Abyss. You know what to do.
Come on, Abyss. No, she just pulled Andrew Thomas. I gotta go in there. Hey, I want you to get out of here. We're very focused on Goldie. Triple jump moonsault by Sabu. Oh, she's not letting him go cover the pin. Oh, she slapped him.
Oh. Watch that be the disqualification.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Sabu is grabbing Goldilocks. Pulling her into the ring. Okay, Sabu looked like he was about to powerbomb Goldilocks.
Something pile driver or something. Oh, but Abyss has got him for the shock treatment.
Torture rack.
Oh.
Nope, slips out. Comes back with a black hole slam.
She looks pissed.
She's telling the Abyss to pin him. Andrew Thomas wants her out of here, as if the chairs and tables were really any different. Abyss throws Andrew Thomas onto a chair.
I don't know if he was supposed to go into the chair like that.
Nah, I don't think he was, and he calls for the bell. Whew. His face hit that shit hard.
Yeah, it really did.
Abyss chokes Sabu with a chain.
Where's Raven? Where are you, Raven?
Yeah, Goldilocks is screaming, finish him off.
Well, he should. Oh, who's coming out?
Oh my God! It's Eric Watts! Oh, he hits Abyss with a baseball bat. Goldie runs like she sees a ghost. The ex-boyfriend, the director of authority, hits Abyss again with the baseball bat. And again. It's rubber as fuck. It bounced right off his back.
It sure was. It reminds me when Jim Duggan bent his 2x4 because it was rubber. And the announcers were just like, had a loss of words.
Look at this. June 11th, 2003. TNA's Desire suffers a broken back on TNA Explosion match. Oh, look. Here's Explosion footage.
And right there is where she broke her. Shabam.
Wow.
With a broken
back. She still finishes the match? Really? That's impressive.
The rock bottom. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that. After a 10-month recovery, she returned last week.
And that was, by the way, against Mercedes Martinez.
Right.
When she
Who is currently in AEW.
Correct.
18 years ago, well, I guess 19 years ago, from the injury, Mercedes Martinez was injuring people. So, accidentally.
Accidentally breaking people's backs. It's kind of crazy that I'm surprised they were like, guys, pull out that explosion footage. I'm surprised they could find it then, since apparently it doesn't exist anymore. Simon Diamond has asked for this interview time. Got a lot on my mind, Scott. 3 parts of the broken chain in front of me right now. A broken friendship, and a broken back, and a broken promises. Talking in order from himself, Desire, and Sonny Siaki. Wow, he's talking about how Desire wasn't sure if she was going to provide for her children.
Yeah, she was stressing out about when she could get an opportunity to provide for her children. Well, what was Sonny Siaki doing? I thought they had a child together. He was working.
Well, that's not true.
6 years of friendship. Thrown down the drain.
Best man at the wedding. Simon Diamond died the night Swinger ripped up the robe.
He didn't want to be Simon Diamond. That was because Paul Heyman wanted him to be that.
My real name is Pat Kenny.
He's
100%
Irish, not Italian. Was Simon Diamond presented as Irish or as Italian?
I don't know.
He still has Simon Diamond tights.
Well, he couldn't get new ones made for Pat Kenny yet. Wow, so hard and so thorough. You better think about the consequences, what they're going to be when you step to us. Okay. A huge bomb dropped to us by Pat Kenny.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay, so he's Pat Kenny now and not Simon Diamond. Right? Is that, I mean, that's...
Yeah, we'll find out on the nameplate. Here's Gilberty, Trinity, and Johnny Swinger.
Now, before you ask, Dallas, I already checked. There's no any notes for this match.
Really?
Yeah, I'm ahead of the game.
Okay, so yeah, they were brought together by their Italian heritage.
I feel like that's like a new development. Because I never really put that together. I thought it was because they were from New York.
Oh, that as well. Tanae just said that too, so.
Oh.
Glenn has a microphone. We're better than everybody here.
Because we're Italian.
We're from New York City. The only thing famous to happen in the state of Tennessee is when Elvis croaked on the toilet eating a ham sandwich.
So true. Oh, it's Pat Kenny.
Washed up wrestler named Simon Diamond. Kenny? Trinity goes, yeah, that's pretty lame. Trinity saying she picked a bad night to return with a broken back. Okay, we got to recognize a few changes. Trinity no longer takes a back seat to anyone. Oh, Trinity. Trinity is the new leader and creator of the NYC, the New York Connection. Now here comes Desire, Sonny Siaki, and Irish Pat Kenny. That's how they introduced him. Look at that. Let's see.
Dallas, I gotta bring something out to Sarah's car, so I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll call the match.
I don't have my earbuds in, so if you're yelling at me, I'm sorry to all the listeners out there.
Okay, that's good. Okay, good thing it's a match and not a highlight video. This is what happens on a live show. I don't know what to say. Let's see who's starting us off here. It's we don't know yet. Might be Glenn Gilberty. Swinger still in the ring though. Kenny wants his hands on Swinger, but he looks like he's going to be starting with Glenn Gilberty. The bell is rung. We're at 1 hour, 40 seconds. Well, let's see what happens in this match. It's pretty similar to what we saw last week. We got the women involved now, which is exciting. Desire's return match. And, of course, Trinity is always fun to watch. Glenn Gilberty going after Pat Kenny in the corner. Irish whips. Goes with a clothesline. And he whips Gilberty again. Clotheslines him in another corner. And he goes for another one. And gives him a right hand. Drops him to the mat. Don West says, I might accidentally call him Simon Diamond because I've been so used to it. This used to be called the Simon series, but is it the Kenny series? I don't know. Don West is wondering the same thing we are. Gilberty and Kenny trading right hands. Irish whips Gilberty, who slips out of the ring. Pretty interesting stuff here. I think that, Pat Kenny here, let him get the win over Swinger. Let's end it once and for all. Give him that singles push he deserves. Sonny Siaki's in now with Johnny Swinger. Swinger takes control. Couple right hands. Irish whips Siaki, who holds her up, kicks Swinger in the head. Turns him inside out with that one. Let's see, Sonny Siaki off the rope. There we go. Took it right to him into the mat. This on West. Pat Kenny back in the ring, who has Swinger. Double team hip toss.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back, Bob.
I'm sure Dallas said absolutely nothing for the 3 minutes that I was gone.
It was actually 5 minutes, and yeah, I stayed silent.
I knew it.
Just kidding. Oh, Russian leg sweep by Pat Kenny onto Johnny Swinger.
Have I missed any thrilling action or no?
Not really. It's been okay, but nothing crazy. Swinger selling that his head hitting the top turnbuckle pretty good. Well, Bob, since you're back, let's talk about some notes. I don't have a lot, but might as well mention some. We mentioned recently that Lashley LaRue was on Explosion, and it's because he's been backstage the past few weeks, and he's looking for work. But Alvarez points out that the last time he was here, he had gotten out of shape and did not look good at all.
Really?
Yeah, so Lashley LaRue apparently not doing great.
So, like, the last time he was on Explosion, he was...
That's what I'm assuming it's referencing, yeah. I'm also, not that anyone knows the name, and I certainly don't, but just for maybe someone out there does, but Walt Wilson, who's the former general manager of Compendia Music Group, was hired on to head up marketing for the promotion. So we have a new marketing person here in TNA. So we'll see if that helps bring any more attention to the product.
Who came in?
Walt Wilson.
Oh, Walt. I don't know. That's I've never heard of that person either. It's probably really irrelevant to anything.
Right.
You're just a completist, I guess.
I just got to give you guys the notes, okay? They don't all mean. Sometimes they leave stuff out, but I figured, you know what? Maybe someone is interested in the marketing.
You know what? Maybe Walt Wilson's listening to this, and he's like, I really hope they mentioned that time I was brought in.
I remember that. We talked about that on April 28th, 2004. Pat Kenny's in trouble here by Swinger, atomic drop. Gets a clothesline. And I'll give you one more quick one here during this match, and then I'm going to save some for the next couple matches. Apparently, Ric Flair did 1 million interviews overseas last week promoting the house show tour that they were doing. Now, why does that pertain to us? Well, It's because he really buried TNA in the interview.
Flair did?
Yes, he says, quote, I watched it a couple times, and what I saw, it was terrible. Anything that Vince Russo is involved with is going to be bad. I'm sorry, but he's a cartoon character. Jeff Jarrett is a good performer, but some of the stuff they've had on it with Raven and others wasn't enjoyable. I wouldn't pay $1 to see Raven a headline. I've never seen a good match on NWA-TNA.
Okay, so that's wrong. There's been good matches, and I would certainly pay $1 to see Raven.
Well, Ric Flair wouldn't.
He's towing that WWE line. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, that's not an interview I expected to see this week. With Ric Flair talking about TNA in 2004.
Has there been some like really questionable things? Of course. But there's been good matches.
You can't win everything, you know?
No, I guess not.
Toss a swinger right over.
Nice backdrop there by Pat Kenny. Although he's got the Simon Dine. Oh, set out spine buster on his best. The best
well,
man.
While you were gone, Bob, he was going for the Simon series, and Don Musk goes, "What do we call this now? The Kenny series?"
Oh, jeez.
And even Mike Tenay was like, "I don't know. He hits a bunch of suplexes."
That just shows you the planning that they're like, we don't even know what to call it anymore.
I'd call it the Kenny series, just for fun.
Yeah, Sonny Siaki cleaning house here with forearms, and now he's chopping both Swinger and Gilberty. Has Desire been in the match at all?
She has not yet. She's gonna get that big baby face pop. Look, she's about to come in.
Siaki blocked a low blow from Trinity, but Gilberty saves her, and so does Swinger. Desire is just frustrated on the apron. She really wants to get her hands.
Oh, she just tagged Siaki.
She just double clothesline. Oh, Trinity yanked her off the apron. Is this a match where the women have to wrestle the women, or what?
TNA has never really been like that, so I'm going to say it probably doesn't. But because of the whole Fox thing, Fox Sports Net, they're probably going to keep it that way. Yeah. So technically Trinity and Desire are illegal. Trinity jumps on the back of Sonny Siaki. What we spoke too soon, kind of, because Siaki just flipped Trinity over.
Gilberty and Swinger were knocked to the floor. I thought Desire was about to turn on Siaki.
I know. She pushed him out of the way, ducks the clothesline by Trinity, and we got a cat fight. She's laying in punches. She ain't pulling hair. Never mind.
Yeah, I broke my back. I'm pissed. What is Posey?
Why is the ref holding her like that?
Yeah, what is that? Is he turning heel?
Was he just paid off?
Is Posey from New York?
If he is, he's definitely joining the NYC because Trinity is the leader.
Here. And now she's going back to just pummeling Trinity on the forehead. Posey throws her off.
Dude, his little arm waves are so funny.
It's me. I'm the referee, Mike Posey. You can't hit me.
Oh, Swinger trips Desire. And Glenn Gilberty tosses a chair into Trinity.
This isn't good. Trinity's pissed.
Siaki grabs it from the outside of the ring.
Oh, roll up. 1, 2.
Desire got the pin on Trinity.
Trinity still had the chair in her hand. Why didn't she just hit her with the chair? That's what I would have done.
Every man's desire. Getting the win.
What a return from a broken back.
Wait, something's happening in the back. He what? Oh, Raven has commandeered a cameraman.
He's abducted a cameraman.
Oh, he's choking
me. He's choking me. The cameraman was just yelling, he's choking me.
Put this on me. I've been called a lot of things in my career. I've been called psychotic, unstable. I've been called drug addict, an alcoholic. I've been called dysfunctional, a freak. Everything except for one word. I've never been called a liar. If I tell Sabu that I got his back, then I got his back. If I tell Chris Harris that he's not going to make it into the cage, then he's not going to make it into the cage.
And that happened.
He put Vampiro out of wrestling when he said he was going to put him out.
Temerity.
Talking about our truth. We're on the truth. Vince just shook his hand, said he was going to have Jeff Jarrett in the cage. If I got to jump through hoops to get what I need done, that's fine, Vince. You're going to pay, and everyone else is going to pay. They're going to be assaulted. This is quite the threat to Vince.
Yeah.
James Storm, you are first. Really, James Storm is going to take the beating that is rightfully Vince Russo's. You hear the words coming out of my mouth, Vince?
When he's fighting James Storm, is this... I feel like we're getting a slow build to a Raven Osiris match, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it makes a ton of sense. I got 2 words for you, Vince. Bloodbath. I think you hear me knocking, and I think I'm coming in. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
Never.
We're at the announce table, but they're not standing up. We got a lower angle here. Shooting Mike Tenay down west, yeah.
The way that this feels like as if it's a green screen behind them a little bit.
This is how Vince and Jerry Lawler would do the tape draws.
Yeah.
What they're saying, liar is one thing that Raven is.
That ain't right.
Did they just say next week is James Storm and Raven?
No, I think that's today, isn't it?
Oh, today. So up next, maybe he said.
Yeah.
So we're interviewing James Storm backstage with Scott Hudson now.
Where
are they? I love his Sting, like, what circa Sting jacket is that? That's what he's definitely propelling down from the rafters.
It absolutely is. That feels like a 97, like late 96, early 97.
Yeah. If I know my partner, he will be back. So
I bet you Chris Harris will be back today.
Oh, it's not going to happen. He's not going to put him in a wrist lock and a headlock.
Now, here's the thing. If I see James Storm putting a headlock or a wrist lock on Ray, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, here's Kid Cash.
A few things I want to say real quick.
He's sorry about Chris Harris getting hurt.
This is not a good time.
I don't care. They're going to go down in history. It's the greatest tag team.
Yeah.
Oh. You don't tell me anything.
Oh.
That's mean. He
Talking
wanted
about
to hurt
hurting.
Chris Harris himself. That's why he's upset.
Oh.
Are they
Oh.
saying that because of Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas?
Oh, shit. Could be.
Storm beating him up.
James Storm going after him. This is definitely teasing America's Most Wanted versus Kid Cash and Dallas feud. Another team that's probably going to get the titles back before we're on TV.
That, you know what, dude? That's what I'm thinking, too.
And listen, love Kazarian, but I have a feeling that he'll be losing that title before TV as well.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Raven's on his way out. He's got his like weird song, but I'm trying to wait and see. It didn't switch yet. Oh, it's not. It's like his ECW one tonight.
That's weird. Well, speaking of Raven, the last time that he wrestled was 2 weeks ago when he lost to Chris Harris in that #1 contender match. So on April 17th, Raven lost the 3PW Heavyweight Championship to Joey Matthews.
Wow.
At the ECW Arena. And there's no indie news for James Storm.
Wow. Raven goes and sits in the corner.
We find the defendants guilty.
Here comes James Storm in his Sting jacket. He is looking like he's ready to fight. Guilty. When he's booking it,
He's pissed. He's
we're
ready
going
to go.
We're going right at it. Hey, speaking of Frankie Kazarian, we did not mention this on there yet because it just happened not long before. But Frankie Kazarian quote tweeted one of our tweets from when himself and Jerry Lynn were fighting. I thought this was pretty cool. It was a gif of Jerry Lynn doing the middle rope leg drop to Kazarian from Pay-Per-View 84. So almost 10 episodes ago.
Yeah.
But he said, a move that I have used for years after this, with Jerry's permission, done flawlessly by the master. Jerry Lynn is a mentor and a man I'm so proud to call a friend, not to mention one of the very best to ever lace up a pair of boots. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Now, see, that's the type of stuff that I love that we get from this podcast, is that when the wrestlers, especially Pat Kenny, Simon Diamond, like he'll give you like his mindset on a variety of things that were taking place at the time. But Kazarian to kind of give that background and a shout out to Jerry Lynn, I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and Simon Diamond, he's done a ton. Legend did it almost every time I tagged him. Oh, it was great to work with this guy. He was awesome. Like that kind of stuff is really cool to kind of get their feelings on this stuff.
Yeah. Even if, Frankie Kazarian blocked me. It's all right. I deserve it. It's James Storm with a couple of side Russian leg sweeps into the guard railing. A move that Raven has often done to people. Oh, and another one.
Well, they are brawling. I mean, he was right. They're not just having a wrestling match here. They're brawling. Look at the guy, that big Mountain Dew in the front row.
I better not see a headlock. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, he crotched him on the.
What's happening? Oh, he's. Oh wait, did he hit him? It didn't look like that he hit him, but they're saying he clotheslined him. I'll take their word for it, I guess. They're in the crowd now. This dude's eating a hot dog right behind him. He's like, fuck, I gotta go away or I'm gonna lose my hot dog. There's a small child running around who's definitely gonna get hit. Look at the small kid there. Move that kid away from these guys. Okay, they did. They moved the kid as James Storm and Raven. They can't get the cameraman over the guardrail. So they're zooming in.
Yeah, slowly.
Raven trying to fight back, but he gets whipped against the guardrail again.
I wonder if they're not brawling into the crowd because there's only 700 fans there.
Could be. You also don't need to go across the entire building, so I don't know. That's probably why, but they've done it before in like empty bleachers.
Right.
And Bob, does that cameraman in the cargo shorts not look jacked or what? Do you think he's a plant?
You never know.
You never know these days, guys.
The last time I thought it was a plant, it turned out not to be a plant.
I'm still that's a conspiracy. I'm just saying. That was not a regular cameraman.
There's no way, dude. I've never seen that.
Guys, go ahead, rewatch AEW's Revolution from 2022 and tell me the Jack cameraman is not just a regular camera. Maybe there's no way he's a regular cameraman.
No way.
This lady's grabbing her purse. She's like, shit. And listen, I understand that. I've been at many wrestling shows where my shit's been stepped on or like knocked across the room. So,
yeah. Or
shit dumped on it. You got to grab your shit. If they brawl in the crowd, grab it. Let's see. We're going more into the crowd here. He just keeps slamming Raven's head on the plastic chairs. Look at the old guy right in the front. That's Bob in like 70 years coming to wrestling.
That ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, it is.
Come here, Sonny. Let's go to the wrestling matches.
Let's go to the match. I want to see the rink. That's what my mom used to call it, the wrestling rink.
Oh, he broke a chair. James Storm missing Raven. I think he smashed it in half.
Drop toe hold.
Oh, his arm. It was his arm that went on the chair too.
Oh, wow.
His right arm.
I actually am wondering if that's a corpse. Oh wait, he moved his arm. Never mind.
You think he's dead?
He hasn't reacted at all. He just moved his arm though. He's alive. Oh, he whips the arm over the guardrail. We're heading toward the ringside area again. We are at an hour, 20 minutes, 18 seconds if you're following along at home. So a little under 30 minutes left, if I'm remembering correctly.
We got 30 minutes and 8 seconds left.
Yeah, so I was pretty much right.
Yeah, you were pretty much wrong. You said under 30 minutes. Now there's under 30 minutes left. We're finally back in the ring. James Storm really doing a good job of hiding that his arm is in pain. So Raven hooks his arm under the top rope and then misses a kick. The Storm fell.
Oh, just laying it in. He's trying to injure him, send him to the hospital. Raven is so brutal, dude. Make this a Raven's Clockwork Orange House of Fun, and it would just be the cherry on the top of the delicious hot fudge sundae of the show we've been watching today.
We don't want that.
And we got a title match up next, so you add the little nuts on top of that hot fudge sundae, and it's just going to be complete.
We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we do. Especially if it's one of those McDonald's hot fudge sundaes. You ask for both caramel and hot fudge. You got to get the nuts, and they're so good. Look at this. Crossface chicken wing, hammerlock, submission applied. Bob Backlund won the WWF title with this move, and that's the only thing I know about it.
The chicken wing. He's fighting out of it, though. He's Bret Hart against Bob Backlund.
That's right. Oh, back into the corner. I'm glad the pole's gone, or I'm sure it'd fall by this point. Boom. Boom. There we go. It broke it. That took a lot.
Yeah. Both men are exhausted.
Speaking of a lot, remember our buddy Johnny Fairplay?
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, his representatives, his quote representatives, have been trying to get him back on TV. He hasn't been around forever and clearly there are no plans for him. Now, apparently he does have a 26-show deal, but Alvarez says, I'm not sure if that means they have to use him 26 times in 1 year or 26 times before things go under or what. Apparently, the Star Magazine editor that he was sitting in the crowd with during his last appearance a month or so back is actually his current girlfriend, and Alvarez says that would certainly explain his column in the magazine.
Sure would. I wonder, I mean, is it suggesting that they would have to pay him for the 26 appearances even if he doesn't have it?
That's a good question.
He doesn't have them? I don't know. That was a bad freaking bulldog from Storm. Raven fell too early. Raven kicks out at 2. Oh, there's Dallas is at the he's on the aisle.
That's right, Big D, big man.
Storm continues to wrestle with one arm. Wait, isn't his right arm the injured one?
No, it's his left.
Oh, it's his left.
Yeah, he's been working the left.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Raven power bombs him. Oh, feet on the ropes, but he only got a 2 count.
Couldn't keep him down. Oh, Storm avoids. Gets a roll up. 1, 2. Roll. Raven kicks out at 2. Can Storm pull off a major upset here? Well, he's screaming, so that usually means he's going to do something. Send up a super kick.
Raven catches it.
Only Shawn Michaels' cousin can do that, and he kicks Raven. That was not an integrate, but okay. 1, 2. Raven kicks it. Oh, Raven drops his arm over the top rope. from the apron. Now he's coming back in slowly. He's on the hunt. He's on the prowl. Storm countering a DDT. Ducks a clothesline. Super kick. Raven does a...
Look, Dallas is in the
floating
ring.
shot. You know what that means? Kid Cash.
Oh, with the
with
nightstick.
It was Kid Cash in the nightstick. With the nightstick in the ring. If this was a game of Clue. Raven is up. DDT. Got it. Raven effect. 1, 2, 3. Raven prevails. No. Probably the right decision, and clearly AMW
Yeah.
will be going for the tag team titles against Kash and Dallas. There's no way.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
And they're there beating down on James Storm. Following Raven out, but Dallas and Kid Cash just beating down on Storm, hitting him with that nightstick. Irish whip, double clothesline, and spear combo kind of.
Yeah.
That's right. We find you guilty. Here comes D'Lo Brown.
What the fuck? The feud must continue.
Of course it does. That's not the same nightstick as earlier either. That's back to the pipe, so that's kind of weird. They're saying it's a nightstick. It's not. It's not the same one as earlier. Just when I thought we were going to get some nightstick justice. Jesus. Here comes security. Wow.
Former NWA World Champion Jeff Jarrett cutting a promo. Oh, it's a pre-tape video. Okay.
Wow.
Russo, you fulfilled your goal. AJ Styles beating you for that title on April 21st. Russo's lied, connived ever since he came back to TNA. Get the title off my waist onto anybody. That was your goal. No, but you picked AJ Styles. Could have been anybody. Abyss, Raven. Picked AJ.
Now he's champion. I live it. I eat it. Oh, he's giving him a warning. You know it, and I know it. I got a rematch clause. You surprise me. You want to play games? We'll play games, Vance. And I got my option, and that option is option C. So I will be turning in my X Division Championship, and I will get my shot at the title at Destination X.
Jeff Jarrett should have been X Division champion. That would have been fucking amazing.
No.
That would have been so cool.
I've taken them all down. Wow, this is... Hey, speaking of Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Jarrett had an interview with Michael Weaver Jr., and he said that he'd written a book about his life that was set to release in June of 2004. He said any questions related to the Ring of Honor deal should be sent to the TNA Public Relations Department, which I believe was still Dixie Carter at the time. And then he also said that they were looking to get into TNA DVDs into retail stores soon.
Well, they sure did, because I remember buying a bunch at Best Buy.
Now we're at the announce table. Hey, how do you want to be a wrestler? We're doing that gut check. Go to NWA-TNA.com.
Nah, don't do it.
Can you pass the test and be a member of the Academy, Bob?
It's not worth it.
I think there's been some big names who came out of the Academy.
Name one. I mean, I'm begging you. Name one.
I need to wait, and I will figure it out.
Yeah, because there is none. Literally zero.
Video on demand. I feel like they're about to tell us what's... Oh, the TNA trading cards. I got some right here next to me. How ridiculous that I literally have some sitting next to me right now. Not a joke. I actually do.
Pretty sad.
And Don, next Wednesday, I was going to tell you no, but I want to hear this. First of a 3-match series. Oh, Sanjay Dutt versus Amazing Red is still happening.
Oh.
Oh, shit. It's just starting a week late. Trinity versus Desire next week, 1-on-1. Team NWA against, I know it already, Team Canada. Preview of that World X Cup. Raven gets a title shot next week against the winner of the main event.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Just casually mentioned. No big deal. Raven, guy tormenting people for months.
Michael Shane with Tracy next week against Shane Douglas. Dude, next week is looking good.
Yeah.
Michael Shane versus Shane Douglas. We're going to look at the history a little bit there. Well, since this is going to be a highlight package, Jersey All Pro Wrestling set an attendance record on April 24th in Rahway, New Jersey with 720 fans. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because Amazing Red was on that show, and he wore a TNA t-shirt, which wound up in him being heckled out of the place and lots of F. Jarrett and F. Ryder type chants. When TNA has a negative connotation with the few fans who support the indies, they need a facelift. The only way a TNA type group can work is if they are considered the cool alternative. Branding is very important nowadays, and they need to become the cool brand. Not that being the cool brand was able to save ECW at all. So,
you said April 24th?
Yes.
Let's see what else was on that show. I'm sure maybe we'll talk.
Oh, there's some pretty interesting stuff on that show, Bob, including someone I don't think he wrestled though.
So it was called Awesome Sacrifice at the Rahway Rec Center. Teddy Hart. So Amazing Red fought Teddy Hart on that show. Teddy Hart won that match. Dan Moff retained the Jersey All Pro Heavyweight Championship against Mike Awesome.
Yeah, well, you want to know what happened after that match?
I believe Vader, right? Vader
Vader. And it's setting up for a match on June 5th with Vader and Mike Awesome versus Dan Moff and Samoa Joe.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
How long are Jersey All Pro shows?
Those are long, dude. Those are like 3 hours, like easily 3 hours.
Teacher versus student next week. Michael Shane versus Tracy next week.
And I know I have those shows on DVD.
Really?
I do. Yeah, so that June 5th show is called When Worlds Collide. And in case you're wondering, does that match happen? Yes, it does.
Wow, that's even better to know.
Yeah, because usually, a match like that could easily not happen.
AJ's first defensive second reign here. We're getting the truth versus AJ, facts. Fighting champion, true definition, it's AJ Styles. Can the truth do it again? Well, we're about to find out. I might only have one more note left I'll give you during the show. During this match. I'll check after the entrances here.
Sunshine is my belly.
Beware. Oh, look, is he coming out alone? And he's wearing He's wearing his camo now.
He changes gear. Is it just me or I'm kind of surprised that the crowd is so supportive of Ron Killings just because he hasn't been presented in such a strong manner, really.
Right.
Not that he's not talented or anything.
I've also noticed, if you didn't tell me the number, if I didn't figure out the number, the crowd's been pretty loud tonight.
It's an energetic 700.
Which is good. I'd rather have an energetic 700 than a dead 1250.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can't feed off a dead crowd, but you can feed off 700.
Talking about beating Ken Shamrock on August 2002. That's crazy. I do only have one more note. So after AJ Styles' entrance, when the match starts, I will do that. But let's get through the entrance first of our new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal one. There was only one, AJ Styles.
Whoa! I just wish they had booked AJ stronger leading into this title reign. Because I feel like this would be a much bigger deal. Same thing with Ron Killings, really. I mean, what has he done to justify this title match other than say that he should be champion?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point.
This could be a good match, though.
I think this is a pretty good main event.
I mean, I think it's one of the more weaker ones, personally.
Well, because you're kind of going off of how Killings has also been built up for this.
I'm going off how the presentation for both, yeah.
Right, but I guess I'm looking at it on paper like shit. Okay, this is good.
Yeah. I'll just do my indie notes real quick here for both these guys because Ron Killings actually had a indie appearance. So I mentioned AJ Styles earlier. He was involved in that three-way dance for BCW where Christopher Daniels won, also involving Joey Legend. On April 24th, AJ Styles teamed up with Briar Wellington, also known as The Threat, defeating Gavin Starr and Zach Gowen for IWR in Warren, Michigan. I never knew that AJ had a tag team called The Threat, but I guess he did. Oh. For Cyberspace Wrestling, Ron Killings retained the heavyweight championship against Sinister X on April 24th in Wayne, New Jersey.
Wow.
Now, Ron Killings. So, yeah, he had like the Abyss #1 contendership back on March 24th. He lost the four-way, which Raven won to fight Chris Harris. I'm trying to see the last time Ron Killings won a singles match.
Oh, jeez. When he beat Ken Shamrock in August of 2002.
Dallas, this is a long time. He's been teaming up with Three Life Crew for a very long time.
So he hasn't wrestled in singles in wicked long. Very long.
His last singles win, and it's not because he's lost a bunch of singles matches. Like I said, he was mostly teaming up with PG
right.
and or Conan. So his last singles win was on May 14th, 2003 against Kid Cash.
Whew, I don't even remember that.
And yet here he is getting a title match.
He deserved it, man.
He lost to Michael Shane on February 18th, 2004. Wow.
The bell has rung. We are at an hour, 37 minutes, and 58 seconds.
Which means as they're locking up, we have 12 minutes and 34 seconds left. So
pretty nice.
Get probably at least 10 minutes.
Right. Well, my final note of the night, Bob, is that there are plans being made to start running house shows in select markets as experiments after TV gets in place. And Dave decides to say, well, if they're into piling up losses at a faster pace, running house shows these days is the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't sound like a great idea.
Nah, probably not.
You can't even get a paying crowd to a weekly pay-per-view format. I can't imagine for a house show.
Right. Now, I for one have been to 2 TNA house shows, and I had a blast. I also brought someone there who didn't really watch TNA, so that was fun.
That was also like what, 2007?
Well, right. I mean, different time, but
yeah. Not 2004. Not to say that the roster isn't good here, but they have done pretty much nothing. They're just countering each other for like the first minute of this match. Go behinds, Killings taking Styles down to the mat like he's an amateur wrestler.
Oh, he's hurting, dude. That's right where your appendix is, so he might have just popped it.
My appendix just burst. God dang it.
Contact was made right there. He hurt it himself. The only thing I don't like about title matches, I do feel like they delay, like in the beginning, for like 5 minutes, no matter what.
Oh, a lot. I mean, they're trying to make this a big match feel, which, I mean, I understand. But for me, it's not, like I've said, it's just not connecting with me in that regard.
Shoulder block by Ron Killings. Off the rope, Styles slips over, pops up, leapfrog. Oh, he goes for a drop kick, but Killings held the rope. So he's coming back. Oh, Styles with a nice drop salt.
That's right.
Oh, Tanay said it's a drop kick, so I'm going to go back to start saying that.
That's fine. Paul London is really the true drop salt guy. So.
Oh, Killings just got punched and flopped through the middle rope out of the ring. Oh, is AJ going to go for a dive? Killings slides in, pop up, drops him on the top rope. Then a nice right hand.
Truth.
Crowd's hot, as they have been all night, which is nice. Look at him kicking those ribs. What's going to happen? Is AJ going to lose the title in his first defense? That's been a theme here recently in TNA. So it wouldn't really surprise me.
I think it's safe to say that's not going to happen.
Bob! Well, I hope not, because I want Raven and Styles next week. Yup.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
And I think that's another reason why I feel like announcing Raven as getting the title match next week kind of suggests what might be happening today or in this main event.
Yeah, but I guess I understand it at the same time, especially when you do stuff where they're not announcing it, and we would be like, shit, they probably should have told us. Yeah. So to a degree, I get it. Because now you're like, oh, there's going to be another title match next week? That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Whereas this week, they didn't announce a whole lot. We got a little bit lower of a crowd. We'll see how the responses are next week.
Right.
So you just never know.
I think there'll be a decent crowd for a potential AJ Raven match.
I think so. Oh, another submission. Oh, yeah, Bob's favorite move.
The abdominal stretch.
He's got to do a claw.
Dig into his appendix. Oh, see, yeah. Tanay even mentioning that will add to the injury of AJ's rib cage.
I mean, AJ was just in a cage match last week. I'm sure he's still feeling it, especially after doing indie dates after it. So I'm sure he's not feeling great.
True.
He's probably still feeling it to this day. He's feeling it so much that he's got to fight old people at WrestleManias these days.
Yeah. I bet.
Oh, drop kick. Killings knocks off the apron to the floor. Come on, Killings, get up. Hour, 43 minutes, Ron. 10 seconds. AJ going for a dive. Holy shit. Yep.
Oh.
Those ankles definitely hit the guardrail.
Yeah, but they didn't whack him real bad.
No, but they still hit him, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Let's see it again. Look at this replay. Beautiful. Usually they don't dive right there, so that is pretty interesting.
Got under 7 minutes left in the show.
Time's flying by.
Come on, Ron. Can Ron pull it off? I'm going to say no.
Bob, stop. I don't think he's going to do it. Going for that kick. Oh, Styles kicks him in the back of the left leg and
nice.
Shin breaker.
Nice knee breaker.
Knee, shin. He hits some shin, but I guess it is technically a knee breaker.
Yeah.
Tanay said knee. See?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yep. You're right. If the professor says it.
Oh, I thought he was going for a figure four. Is he going for a figure four? No.
It's like a
wrench on the leg.
Is it like a modified? Like where he's pulling it? No, he's not.
I don't think so, yeah.
No, he's not. He's only pulling the one leg.
Truth. Just kicking him. Kicking him while he's down. That's rude.
Ugh.
Dragon screw. That will tear me. Sure
Look at
will.
him working the leg. This is such psychology here.
Kick to the back.
Hopefully one day Ron Killings will come out to this theme song and the world will be so mad because it was only on a $9.95 pay-per-view that 30 people watched.
People would be mad about it?
Yeah, because some people would get it, other people wouldn't get why he came out to it.
You and your freaking AEW nonsense.
I'm sick of seeing it on Twitter, Bob. And I'll tell you what.
People.
Not to me.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, April 28th, 2022. Well, it'll actually come out on the 29th. But wait, so listen, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. It's already been happening for like a month at this point. It was a leap year in 2004. I didn't know. So right now our episodes come out a day later than the show. Stay tuned for future programming updates as Styles just drop-kicked Andrew Thomas's knee.
And of course, Andrew Thomas was like, "Oh my God, I just broke my knee. My knee's torn."
Going for a quick roll-up, but...
Visual pin on the champion. Gotta love it.
Yeah, well, Thomas's knee's kind of hurting right now if you can't tell by his red forehead.
Yeah.
Checking on referee's Thomas' condition.
Ron's like, I could have been champion.
Rudy Charles is on the ramp, they're saying.
Well, what's he waiting for? Oh
no, Bob. Double pin. Rudy Charles and Andrew Thomas have both counted a pin. Andrew Thomas says Killings won.
No. Stop it.
And Styles
Why?
is getting his arm raised by Rudy Charles.
Why?
Andrew Thomas, yeah.
Why do we do the things that we do?
Well, both shoulders were down.
This is ridiculous. The amount of times that they've done this.
Here's Vince Russo. He's grabbing the referees. What's going on, guys? Come on, guys. 3 Live Crew's in the ring like, yo, are you serious? Back off. I got this, he says. Conan has a Jordan jersey on, number 23, one of Bob's favorites.
The Wizards.
The Wizards, my favorite team.
That's not even true. What's like, where are they from, the Wizards, you know?
They are from Ohio.
Ohio Wizards. Not right. That's okay.
Oh, wait, JB's on the mic. Director of Authority Vince Russo and Rudy Charles Signage. There's no decisive queen winner. The match is going to be continued. Okay. They didn't take off the titles then.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, but look at technically, their shoulders both were done. But hey, no, I'm not as mad, Bob, because they're redoing the match right now. They're not stripping the belts.
But the fact that they would even do that is annoying.
Backslide.
Because they've done this far too many times as it is.
Oh, I thought he was going to go to the axe kick. Styles gets it. Oh, that's a quick restart. Still, the NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World. That's AJ Styles. That's official. AJ will be facing off against Raven next week. That's pretty awesome.
My life. I think that was poorly done.
They didn't strip it and do a tournament, so you know what? It's a win in my book.
Well, I mean, that is, I guess, a positive of it, but to do a double pin and then immediately win the match or whatever, I don't really like that.
I am. Big night next week. Michael Shane, Shane Douglas, Trinity Desire, AJ against Raven.
Who's this?
It's Raven.
Raven.
I think you hear me knocking. I think I'm coming in. He's laying in some left hook or left hands, not hooks, really. Oh, he pushed Styles off the ramp, but he's back. Oh, he dropped holds him and he hits the fucking guardrail. Holy shit!
Yikes!
This is what we're gonna see next Wednesday. That's it. We gotta go.
We're out of time. Keith in the truck. Keep it rolling.
We're still on the air, by the way. Raven's just beating him up still. Give it a second. Raven effect. Oh, right on the ramp.
He's cooked.
Look how good Raven looks with the belt. Give him the fucking title, you cowards.
He should be. He should have been champion a long time ago. Oh, and that wraps it up. Well, Dallas, I'm going to say, I mean, that show flew by. So if I had to say, I'm going to go with a mild thumbs up because that main event was kind of disappointing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it definitely flew by. I was a little split for a while, but I think overall it was a good show. So yeah, I will join you. The first match was a disaster.
Yeah, it was AAA. Yeah.
But like, I didn't like hate anything on the show. So I mean, to me, that's another thing where it's like, nah, it's a win. I mean, if it wasn't like dreadful, I wasn't falling asleep, and I didn't want to shoot myself. I didn't hate that finish as much because, like I said, they didn't do a tournament. They didn't bullshit us too bad. So I will accept what they did. I do think it was a silly, like, quick. They probably should have done that sooner, and then, restarted it and then had a little more than like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's my only like gripe with that.
It wasn't even 2 minutes. That was like 45 seconds.
Right. Yeah. So you know what I mean, though. Like, yeah, I don't think that was, I didn't like that part.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that either. But You know what? I guess they all can't be winners.
Well, they can't. But next week, it sounded wicked freaking good, dude. I'm really excited about next week's show.
I'm excited about Raven and AJ. That's a strong main event. But again, like I'm not now that we kind of know that the idea of Jarrett regaining the title before they go to TV makes me feel like as if no one but Jarrett's going to be the one to beat Styles.
Well, yeah, I do agree with that, and that is a bummer. And I mean, that's always rumors and innuendo, right? But
that's true.
A lot of the stuff we've been reading has been coming true. I might have to cut back on some of it. It's becoming so true, but I probably won't do that since it's all just still rumors. But it's very interesting the way that some of this has been going in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised of how accurate they are getting the reports, but that probably just means that Terry Taylor's like snitching on him or something. So.
Right. Yeah. After his match in China and his surgery, he had to start getting extra cash some way. And Dave was like, "Listen, if you give me the intel, give you some money."
Yeah, who knows? And also, it's important to note that we did not see Chris Harris today.
Yeah, and I think that's very good.
Smart
on them to keep him off.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with them actually, selling the injury. So
right,
that's fine with me. I don't know how I feel about pivoting back to AMW as a tag team because that really, if you are doing that, Chris Harris can't be sniffing the main event scene for probably a while.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you should be anyway. So
yeah,
honestly, I think we're heading in the right direction. And you know what? America's Most Wanted have had the titles a bunch, and they kind of did everything as a tag team. But if they do end up putting it back on them for TV, it's probably a smart move, I think. And I think it'll only make them more popular as they kind of head there. I'm curious what they're going to do with the X Division title, but now I have this gut feeling, Bob. They really like Amazing Red. And I think Red might be our guy.
That's an interesting choice. I don't think I would hate that.
Me either. I think it's a smart move because Red is like really good right now. He has been really good. So That wouldn't shock me, and I don't think it'd be bad. I think Kazarian's already having a decent little run. Like, I'm proving you guys wrong. He's having good matches. And if he does fight Red, I'm looking forward to it. If he fights Sanjay, it's going to be a great match too, but I just don't see Sanjay winning the title and bringing it to TV potentially.
No, I wouldn't see that. I could see Amazing Red definitely winning.
Right. And you know what? It could be someone else. Maybe it's Jarrett. You never know.
All right. Daz, you got anything else? Or are we set to carry on towards Raven AJ next week?
No, the only thing I got, Bob, is if you guys don't already, please follow us over on our Twitter page at Cross the Line TNA. Like us on Facebook at TNA Cross the Line Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post our podcasts there as well. And if you could, leave us a review if you enjoy what you're listening to. Leave it on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you can leave a review. Do that. Follow us on Spotify. Anything you can do is always appreciated, and we appreciate your support.
Yeah, do it, you cowards.
Do it. They wouldn't put the belt on Raven because they were cowards. Well, you guys leave us a review. Follow us on your favorite podcast platform. We get followers on Podbean all the time. Join us right over there.
Yeah, or follow and share us with your friends.
Absolutely.
Or you know what? Maybe you hate listening to us. Share it to your enemies.
Yeah. Send us to them.
Yeah.
Listen, I know, because if any group I've been in, I've been the TNA fan. So I know if you have a group of wrestling fans, there's one TNA fan there. I know there is.
More than likely.
Because I was that one fan. So.
Well, you still are that one fan.
That's actually very accurate.
Nothing has changed in that regard.
I don't know anyone who watches Impact besides me in our friend group. Or like people associated with us that are wrestling fans. Which is actually really interesting. But you know what? They're missing out. Because chances are you're watching Impact current day. You're listening to us cover the old stuff, but I've been Impact since I knew about it. So, and I'm not giving up anytime soon, damn it. And Rebellion was so much fun, Bob.
I had a blast.
Me too.
It was really great to watch that show live.
It was so great.
Yep. Josh Alexander, champ.
Damn right. He beat Moose with a quick roll up, and they tried to restart the match, and it just wasn't going to happen. So he left with the title.
I really hope that we guessed that right, considering this is a month and a half.
You heard it here first. This is a month early. That's right.
All right, folks. Until next week, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.